This is one of the most dominant teams in Formula One history. From their early beginnings in the 1950s to their unprecedented success in recent years, this is a story of triumph, innovation, and sheer excellence of Mercedes. Today, we'll be taking a trip down memory lane to explore the history of one of the most dominant teams in the sport, Mercedes F1. Mercedes is a team that needs no introduction. It all started back in the 1950s when the team first entered Formula One. However, it wasn't until the 2010s that Mercedes F1 really started to shine. In fact, they've been so dominant over the past decade that even the Grim Reaper was starting to wonder if he should retire. So that being said, let's take a look at some of the key moments in Mercedes history. In 2010, the team announced their return to Formula One after a 55-year hiatus. Mercedes' decision to withdraw from Formula One in 1955 was primarily due to the tragic events that occurred at the 1955 Le Mans 24 Hours race. During the race, one of Mercedes' cars was involved in a horrific accident that claimed the lives of 83 spectators and injured many more. The accident was a turning point for Mercedes, as the team realized the dangers of the sport and the responsibility that comes with participating in it. In addition, the team's financial situation was not ideal at the time, and the cost of continuing in Formula One was becoming increasingly difficult to manage. However, in 2010, they quickly made their presence felt, finishing fourth in the Constructors' Championship in their first year back. It was clear that Mercedes was here to stay. However, it wasn't until 2013 that Mercedes really started to make waves. That's when they signed a certain Lewis Hamilton, who had already won a world championship with McLaren. It was a match made in heaven. Hamilton brought his raw talent and charisma, while Mercedes provided the resources and technical know-how to create a true powerhouse. Since then, Mercedes has been virtually unstoppable. They've won every Constructors' Championship since 2014, all the way until 2021, and Hamilton has won 7 of the last 9 Drivers' Championships. In fact, if Mercedes was a superhero, their arch-nemesis would be boredom, or Red Bull. However, before being branded as Mercedes, they were known as Brawn GP. Brawn GP was founded in 2009 by Ross Brawn, who had previously been the team principal at Ferrari. The team was essentially a rebranding of Honda F1, which had withdrawn from the sport due to financial difficulties. Brawn GP inherited Honda's resources and infrastructure, but they had to start from scratch in terms of designing and building a car for the upcoming season. Despite the odds stacked against them, Brawn GP managed to do the unthinkable. But that's a story for another day. Brawn GP's success was short-lived, as the team was eventually acquired by Mercedes at the end of the 2009 season. However, it's not just the results that make Mercedes so special. It's their attention to detail, their commitment to excellence, and their ability to constantly innovate. They're the kind of team that doesn't just win races, they redefine what's possible. One example of this is their dual-axis steering system, or DAS for short. This ingenious innovation allows the driver to adjust the toe angle of the front wheels while on track, helping to improve tire wear and overall performance. It's the kind of thing that would make MacGyver proud. Of course, no team is perfect. Mercedes has had their fair share of controversies over the years, from team orders to on-track collisions. But through it all, they've maintained a level of professionalism and sportsmanship that's admirable. In conclusion, the history of Mercedes F1 is a story of triumph and dominance, of innovation and excellence. They've redefined what it means to be a successful team in Formula One, and they show no signs of slowing down. So the next time you see a Mercedes F1 car zooming around the track, just remember, it all started with a team that dared to dream big. And with that, we've reached the end of our journey. We hope you enjoyed our first trip down memory lane, and that you learned something new about one of the most iconic teams in the sport. Thanks for watching.